All right, everybody, what is going on? Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well on this Sunday. And we've got some more safeties to get through here. I know that we're kind of near the bottom of the pile here. We're down in like the 5th or 6th round when it comes to approximate player value. So things are getting a little bit thin. And I know that safety is not the most compelling position for Seahawks fans this year, although I do think it's more compelling than the average. So we'll get through these guys pretty quickly here. Starting with Michael Taaffe. That was just a shot in the dark. I have no idea how it's pronounced, but Michael Taaffe of Texas, the Longhorns, 23 years old. He is our next guy here. He's very, very small, 190, very, very short arms, like some of the shortest arms that we've ever seen from a safety. Almost 6 feet tall though, so he's got some length. Maybe he could add a little bit of weight, but you're not going to be able to do anything about those arms. Didn't test great. The 4.5 is okay, but he's so small it needed to be better. Big boards, we got a little bit of 4th, a little bit of 5th, creeping into the 6th. Aggregate puts him in the 5th. Good production the last couple years, 150 tackles, 4 interceptions, 11 passes defensed. Only got targeted 19 times in coverage last year, despite playing more or less the whole season, which is really good. So, not really getting picked on. Good stuff going on with Taaffe. So, positives with him would be he's a reliable leader in the secondary, constantly moving his guys around, telling them where they need to be, getting them in the right spot. He's a great reader of plays and gets to the right place for zone. So he's somebody that is very good at understanding what is going on in front of him and how to read it. He's got legitimate change of direction skills. He's got good ball production with the interceptions. He has interceptions in previous seasons as well. And he's going to be a special teams maestro. He's going to be very good on special teams, I think. And that is something he's probably going to need. Now, there's not much getting around the fact that he's small. And like I said, maybe he can add weight, but arm length, nothing you can do about that. He makes a lot of mistakes when he's coming up to defend the run in terms of like the angle and the tunnel, or not the tunnel, but the lane he picks. So he makes a lot of mistakes. He's not unwilling to tackle. It's just a cerebral thing. He's not very fast, especially for a guy his size. Like I said, he probably needs to add some weight. And he does fall for eye candy. He bites on what he sees because he knows he's not athletic enough to get to the spot that way. So in order to get to where he needs to get to, he really just has to go with it. So there's really not a lot going on here. I feel like in the NFL, he's going to get wiped out a little bit. I don't think this is going to work out well in the NFL. A lot of the things he does at the college level are not going to be so noticeable. So maybe a late 5th round pick, probably more like early 6th to me. I'm not crazy about this one. Wisniewski. Wisniewski of Texas Tech. Now this, fun one. Although we don't have a lot of information to go on here, I will admit that. 23, no combine invite, which is disappointing because I think this guy could have really benefited from the combine, or at the very least, we would have gotten more information about him, but he's big. What we do know about him for sure is that he's big. We just don't know exactly how big. But 6'4", 220 is no joke. Former linebacker, by the way. Aggregate puts him in the 6th, and Pro Football Focus has him in the 6th round as well. They're the only major big board that has him at all. He only has 1 year of major school production at Texas Tech. It was a pretty good year, though. 78 tackles, 6 passes defensed. Coverage numbers were but PFF grade was actually really good. So the positives with him is that he's Nick Emanwari sized. This is comparable to Emanwari. And I believe that Wisniewski will bring some of the same flexibility and versatility. So you are kind of getting some of those same things where he can play up, he can play back, he can do robber stuff, he can, he can be deployed all over the place. Really good against the run. He's got those linebacker instincts because he used to be a linebacker. He's a great tackler as well. He's got ball skills at the catch point to get the job done as well. He's somebody that will be able to get his hand on the ball. I do think that he'll be a little bit more of a box safety. I think you want him close to the line of scrimmage at least. One way or the other, I think the closer he is to the line, the better. He only had 1 year of real football, really, Texas Tech, 1 year. 2024, he missed, I believe, that whole season. So injuries are a problem. And we didn't get a combine invite, so while I think he's a good athlete, we don't know for sure. And the way he plays, he's going to draw a lot of flags at the NFL level. So he is kind of like a poor man's Nick Emanwari, I think. And I mean that in a pretty positive way. I think he brings some of the same athleticism and versatility. We just don't know how how it's going to come across because he has limited reps at a serious college and he also has no testing. So I actually like this. I'm going to go early 5th rounder. I'm actually going to say early 5th rounder. I think there's something here that I like. Okay, final guy for this video is going to be Robert Spears-Jennings of Oklahoma. The Sooners, 22, decent size, not huge or anything, but pretty good size, almost 6'2", 32.5-inch arms, 205 pounds, big hands, big hands. Very fast. One of the fastest safeties we've ever had. Pretty quick as well, 151. The 20-yard shuttle does indicate part of his problem, but this is a pretty remarkable athlete. Big boards, CBS has him in the 5th, ESPN 6th, PFF about the 7th. Aggregate has him in the 7th, so we've kind of creeped down into that part of the draft. Excuse me. Decent production, not a lot of ball production necessarily, but the coverage numbers are okay, and the tackle numbers are good. PFF grade took a plummet in 2025, though, and I don't totally trust Pro Football Focus when it comes to safeties, but it is worth noting they thought he was a lot worse in 2025. So the combination of size and straight line speed is very, very standout with Spears-Jennings for sure. His click and close is explosive and fast. He's able to really throw himself forward after pedaling. He's excellent in the box, excellent coming up against the run. So he's going to be very useful there, I think. He's a good tackler when he can square up and he hits hard. So he does bring those traits forward. And I think he will be a good special teamer as well. I think he will bring positive things as a special teamer. And that'll help him give some value while he's while he's trying to learn how to actually play NFL football. The instincts, not really there yet, need some work. I don't think he played a lot in college, honestly. He doesn't take the best angles, doesn't really change directions the way you need to keep up in man, so his speed is mostly straight line. He's a little bit slow in his reaction times. He doesn't see and go. He needs like a beat, and that can make all the difference. And there's some technique issues when he's playing nickel that are going to make it really hard for him to hang there. So, really fun talent. It's just he wasn't that good in college, so he's definitely going to need some time to figure it out. The good news is, in the meantime, while he's trying to figure it out, you're going to get a good special teams player. So he's a 5th rounder in this class, I would say, pretty easily. The speed alone, I think, makes him valuable. So, yeah, that is, I think, about it. So, I will see you guys later. Go Hawks. We're wrapping up safety later today and moving on to a new position soon. So, let me know what you think. Go Hawks.